So the current night, as you can see, we've held the line pretty easily. There's still a fair bit of space, so that they aren't really hitting us. Although, as you can see from this fire guy here, and it looks like they are trying to hit the things at the back. So they are still pushing forwards to shoot at us. So there's a couple of minor things I need to sort out. That's fine. That is fine. We just need to obviously work on the wall. That's the biggest thing I need to do. Right now we're putting a load more golem combobulators down because we are slowly running out of space for it to expand to. And that's going to be a massive, massive hostile increase. But we're still going, we're still expanding, we're still pushing these things out. This wall along here I'd like to be completed very, very soon. Because when that wall's complete, I'm going to start expanding out of this gateway here. This will be our assault path, this will be our defense path. The assault path will be a lot of lights and ballista. We will give them hell down one side. I mean, they'll be very upset about the other side, but, you know, we kind of need to make sure they're not too much hellish on my side. And my side, let's see, space, is getting less and less and less. Oof, a lot less. So that's going to be very... I imagine it'll probably be done by the end of autumn. By the end of autumn, the enemy will be so upset with us, they're going to start getting angry. And that's when the true problems begin. It's genuinely when the true problems begin. There'll be hundreds of them. There'll be thousands. My CPU will probably start dying. It'll be glorious. With the very first day out of the way of autumn, we have actually done quite well. Got 40 minutes. We have expanded our munitions facilities. Well, our firing with the munition facilities. We actually do need another boiler. We do have access to some cooking now, which I've been upgrading. We have a outpost again, although the guy at the outpost spent the entire night on the front line. So I'm assuming after they've done that, they will now go do their job. Ted? Ted, go do your job. Ted? Ted, please go do your job. Ted may or may not be doing his job. What I want to do is go grab some chickens. Ted? Ted? So he may or may not get around to that, but nighttime the rangers patrol the front lines with bows and things. I've been literally picking up weapons and equipment dropped from the enemies and dropping him in my little safety pit. But yeah, the enemy is still dying successfully. We still need to push out into it, but they are dying successfully. A lot of resources are now, because the roads aren't being completed, we have plenty of resources flowing. We are of course always going to be a little bit low on ammo, because we're always using ammo. So the boiler is going to be upgraded. We are going to push the lumber shack into this pit of death, I think. Yeah, sorry, we're going to push the lumber shack into this. And it's time to start actually properly building. Let's get it sorted. So you'll be happy when things change in a second. Okay, the front line is definitely starting to hot up. I have begun pushing things out. The established mining facility is now much further away from the base. This is upgrading as well, requires a lot of stone, of which no one's delivering it, because everywhere requires some kind of delivery. We're finding loot boxes everywhere, but no keys to open them, so no idea what is in those things. The farmland is still ongoing and growing. The chickens are We don't actually have enough of other things to make anything in the kitchen, so my guy is just kind of wandering around. We require, you know, meat of some variety. So I may have to set up a pasture, as it were. We have loads more storage up here in the north, as you can see. We have access to crystal golem combobulators all being built. We have even more essence collectors. This area is becoming my primary. There's also a marketplace up here. It's mainly so I can start buying and selling resources, because the Khajiit require me to have one. It's not the most useful thing currently, but obviously this entire area here is a resource motherlode. We need all this energy, we need all this constantly going. Now the energy is dropping significantly because we've built a lot more golems. But once, you know, we've got a lot less things requiring lithium to be built, which is a lot currently. This area here, we're providing most of the energy for my entire frontline defences and my assault forces. We just have to, you know, wait for them to actually be bloody useful. And right now, the usefulness is this. There's a lot going on the front lines. An awful lot going on the front lines. We haven't really done much in the extension of the walls, as you can tell, but there's a lot of death. An awful lot of death. I also need to, after this recording, go and buy a brand new mouse. Because my mouse, right mouse click, sometimes doesn't drag. Right now it's dragging, sometimes it doesn't. It's probably going to defy my expectation to do it, but my scroll sometimes doesn't work. My mouse click sometimes doesn't work. This is the G402 from Logitech. I'm going to get the 502. I'm going to upgrade to the next tier. But yeah, great. That's why some of the scrolling you probably haven't seen, because I do a lot of stuff off camera. Like, I'm an hour and a half into this recording. Probably only got a few minutes of footage, but my god, this mouse makes me want to kill it. And everyone nearby. But, you know, it's done well for 7 years of extremely heavy usage, because I use my computer for everything. Anyway, that's enough about me. The front line is holding. I mean, look at that. Like I say, I'm also stealing all the items and putting them over here. They are my items now. That's not an item, that's some trash. And all the items actually helped out immensely. A lot of my people are now very heavily armed and equipped from me stealing stuff from the enemy. But yeah, we need to make sure this stays good. And right now, of course, this front line isn't fully done. More golems are needed. Significantly more golems are needed. And probably put to push forward a bit more of the lights. We now no longer have enough space to see what we're doing. But yeah, we are getting extremely close to the fire point. Now, I've got a bit more time left, of course, because the enemy requires probably... Yes, it's a little bit over here still. But we're running out of time. 2 more days at best before the enemy starts getting angry at us. That's going to be fun. Red the doggo burned to death. Oh yeah, 2 dogs have died of natural causes. That was Red the doggo. And my people are now constantly trying to go outside and grab resources and things. So, a doggo's burnt to death. We'll resurrect them. We've got space for more people. I require more people right now. We're not getting them. Yeah, 2 dogs have died of natural causes. 1 just burnt to death. My ranger is probably somewhere on the front line. This massive mess. Because obviously now they need to defend us. In fact, is that them over there? There it is. Patrolling the front lines, you useless sod. So we meant to keep an eye on him. Because he's probably going to die. More rain to stop the guys over there. Always rain all the time. We need these people to be hurt as much as possible. There we go. But we're still constructing, still holding. Everything is coming up Millhouse, except for Millhouse, who no one likes. A lot of the doggos are now dying of natural causes, I've noticed. We've just lost 3 or so in the last few minutes as I'm currently still going through autumn. Right now, as you can see here, I'm moving this entire entranceway to over here. And I'm putting inner chrylithium curtain walls so that nothing can really shoot at it, so they can't see it. There'll still be a gateway so my troops can go out. So obviously this will be the, as you see, recombobulate will be the area where my golems get healed, they go out to battle. Because this, even though the enemy can path past it, every time a skeleton touches it, they attack it. So I'm going to have to remove the gateways through the maze. I've also done the maze on the 27. Because you said they have a 16 radius, so obviously that's at 15, you put another one down. Then obviously I was doing it again at 15, but bringing it 3 in. So that would be 27. That's what I've been doing for the edge length. So this is 27 between that one and that one. There'll be another one at the gap over here. So there's actually a beginning of a maze. But to obviously make sure that works, I need to make sure the enemy decides not to path through any other part of my maze. Which is why this area is getting sealed up so the fire elementals can't shoot through it. This area here is now nearly finished for Ice Ballista. We've nearly got the frontline assault force going through here. God, there's attacks absolutely everywhere. And obviously the enemies, you can see, they got a little bit close just there. That's the closest they'll ever get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 squares away. And obviously I can put a tower there and make them go away more. Now we've almost completely run out of space. See this? This is the last little bit we've got going on. So we are hitting Doomsday. Probably next day. But yeah, mostly it's been construction. Obviously we've got lots of episodes to get into this bit, but we are now fully expanding and growing and preparing for true war. Let's get it on. It's night time and another blood moon has happened. Yay! So we have lots of slimes arriving. Now luckily my defensive line is still holding. I'd like to carry on expanding and growing it. We have 2 trashy QB golems. You know, obviously they're wally golems, but QB. They grab rubbish, they compact it into squares. Now I can build trashy cube piles to store it somewhere. 128 cubes. I can also build walls out of it. They're not that good. But I might start doing that because we have a lot of rubbish in our base, as you can see. When regular rubbish becomes worse rubbish, it becomes trashy trash, and trashy trash is basically useless. So we have a lot of trashy trash. So turning it to cubes, and then cubes are being used to build stuff. But right now it's raining slimes and fire. But, you know, the rain's there to hurt this everything else. The front line is still holding quite nicely. So we'll be using this to motivate our food. Because when winter's coming, we won't have that much in the way of water. We won't have that much in the way of food. So everything is going to be used to grow. Growing more, expanding well, building everything. And obviously even more and more and more golems. All the golems, all the time. 24/7 golem central is what we're after here. See the skeleton here? As soon as he gets to this gate, he either changes direction or attacks it. So yeah, this gate's going to have to be moved, sadly. It's a shame, because I thought it was really onto a winner there. But yeah, the front line gate's going to be here. There's going to be obviously a maze section here to go round. We are going to be prepared, kind of. The more stuff we have, the better. Although, like I say, this water at the end here, the end, that's stopping the fire elementals from wanting to go through it. So we're going to have to force them. And obviously the gate over here we're going to set up will make the spectres go this way. The spectres will go through the golem assault force area. And hopefully the gate means everything else does not. But we'll have to see, Because I kind of don't want my things to be killed. But we'll have to see, yeah. We have begun active field testing of the new defensive system. I'm hoping this little moat around here in this wall, followed by a wall, will stop the fire elementals from pathing in. So see, the fire elementals are now pathing into this wall gate, which is still annoying, but it's better than them being over here. So now the enemy won't path into this defensive area. They will, however, try and set fire to this, but, you know, 50-50, 50-50. So we're getting better frontline defences. I actually do need to destroy these quite curtain walls. It was to stop the enemy shooting at us. But the problem there is now they can't actually heal my golems. So I've kind of screwed myself over. I destroy them, of course. Then I have other issues. So, issues. But as you can see, this is the reason why you don't like having this stuff here. Because the fire elementals set it on fire. See that? This is the big reason why most of my stuff needs to be behind walls. So there's going to be a problem here. A big problem here. Now it's salvageable and solvable. Like we are moving stuff further back, as you can tell, because these can't be here because this wall needs to be pushed forwards. But the fire elementals are, you know, currently going this way. That's a good start. We just need to make sure they keep going that way. Because when I destroy that gate, where are they going to go next? That's the problem. So we're going to get there. We'll see how it goes. 50-50, 50-50. But first test shows niceness. We've also upgraded a few things. A lot of stuff is being upgraded. I've actually figured out that this was on set of 30 maintained boards, which meant they weren't producing anything, which meant a lot of boards weren't being made to finish off buildings. With that out of the way, construction has come up quite well from lots of new buildings. So we have a lot of things sorted, a lot of things prepped. Winter's only, I think, 2 days away, maybe 3. So that's the future. But combat testing, we're going to see how well this holds out during actual nighttime. But let's see how it goes. I'm actually quite hopeful. Okay, we're going to have to put a storm down because the enemy is going well. Looking at this, we are officially out of land. We have officially lost everything we can give up to them. However, still a little bit of land somewhere on one of these little edges. Where is it? There's a teeny little edge thing you can drop enemies on if you don't like them. You used to be able to do it all the time, but of course now you have horrible, horrible deathiness. Can't find it. Somewhere on the edge. Somewhere along here, if I remember correctly. Doesn't matter. It generally doesn't really matter, but there was a little piece of land on the edge you could drop enemies on and they'd stay there, and it counts as part of the enemy numbers, so they wouldn't spawn anymore. But yeah, so now I have to do this over here in my territory. That's going to be a big problem because that means the enemy is going to get tougher. Great, we've officially hit the flashpoint of murder, which is going to hurt us real badly. Now luckily, of course, the enemy's not going to be too tough for a while. And Jadzia Lawrence has been born. That's a nice name. I'll have trouble saying that one in the future. You know, we seem to be doing okay. Okay, drop the storm. Which is going to have to be... Actually, is there any space left? Or is that just stupid? No, we have officially lost all the space. Okay, deploy you in the corner. Yeah, this is... We'll cut these walls down. The enemy are just kind of like Well, not the enemy, the actual balls of healing are hitting the edges, so we're going to have to deal with that, that's fine. Golems are combat capable, that's good. Yeah, they're still trying to path through the gate, that's the problem. They've chosen the gate over this. Of course they have. This is where the Spectres go if they can. Fortified it a lot, that's good. Let's get Ice Bullet Tower here, Ice Bullet Tower here. There we go. But yeah, the gate's still an issue. Gate's still an issue. Typical. Never be welcoming. The biggest issue we're going to have is how far can you make them path before they hate it. Like right now, I'm destroying the gate. I'm going to put a bit of God Wall up because it's night time. I want to see how much the enemy will path. If they decide to go destroy a wall, that's a problem. So yeah, we're going to pick him up, drop him down. How are you going to path? See? Straight through the wall just there. See that? Straight through the wall. That's the problem. So they want to path to here. That's an issue. We don't want them to path to there. They're going to do whatever they can to not touch that area. That's major. So yeah, okay. More plans available. More plans on upgrading. Maybe I'll have to destroy this little bit of water at the end. But I'm also going to keep digging this pit out, I think. But yeah, that's an issue. That is an issue. Alright, I can work with this. Okay, this one is pathing through a gap I've got in the wall. Oh no. Midfield land right now. So yeah, they're going up this way because there's no water this way. So I need to make sure this area stays solid. We may have to have another water area. But see, this is why we're doing combat testing. We just see where these little buggers want to go and make sure they don't do it. So we may have to actually start fortifying that area around there, like some towers and things as well. And maybe a moat. We need a moat. We need a moat around everywhere except the area we want them to go. Which means we're going to have to probably delete this. Or make it less so, I guess. That's going to be annoying. Let's destroy a bit of it, I guess. I don't really want to, but if it's the only way to make them go that way, I will. Okay. Dropping you there. Where are you going now? You're now pathing home. Problems. That's not helpful to me. Let's motivate the land a lot more. So yeah, we need this area nice and thick and bushy, like a mustache. And then we should be much better. Where are you going? Okay, where are you going now? You're now pathing through that bit of wall, through that gate. Issues. So I'll put water that way too. Solid. See if I care. I'll get you. I'll get you all game. I'll get you. Okay, now they're pathing to here. That's better. Wait, they're pathing to here then what? Attacking these? There might be. It's better. So I'm going to get them to path towards the main gate. That's glorious. They're attacking my bloody walls. Okay, are you still pathing that way? No one knows. Where are you pathing? Still through here. So, it's getting better, but we need to keep an eye on it. So now it's constant working with how do I get them to attack where I want them to. Liberal usage of moats. We're going to flood the world, quite literally in some cases. So testing still reveals we need a lot more water put down. It's fine is what it is. It's annoying, but it's fine. The entire area needs to be flooded. We need to make sure that's fine. We need to make sure it's good. Obviously that means more water, more issues. But it's a good sign of where we need to be. Problematic, but it's a good sign. At this exact second, there is an earthquake and a thunderstorm going on. The game decides to double whammy me, as in literally needs to happen within 5 seconds of each other. So the game's telling me to stop playing, I feel. Because why else would, try to double whammy murder me? Now it's kind of cool that it's trying to kill me, but I'd like for it to not be trying to kill me. And I've already earthquake bits so I can put water down. Could I put it down this actual area I'm trying to put the water? Could it? No. Anyway, this wall's coming along. We are getting this fully sorted. Everywhere's coming along and much nicer than it should be. This should be good. Or at least not too rubbish. 50-50, 50-50. I just gained like another 7-8 people joining my village. I've got 5 children. I've got 5 regulars. We go to the stage where I have too many people for the food. Which is... Oh god, it's still joining. Which is a new one for me. But yeah, might need some beefalo set up now. So we're going to actually... We're running out of people. Well, space for buildings for people. So I'm going to straight up put in a... kitchen? Well, not a well. A bottler? Animal pen. I don't really know how I'm going to be building this, but... We're going to get an animal pen. We're going to start getting some animals, get some beefalo. So you should have had this a while ago. Let's do it now. There we are. Prioritise that. Congratulations, and there we are. So that should help out a few more things. We've got a lot of people. The actual defensive wall is now mostly complete. But I have to sort out these buildings are in the wrong place now. This area here is still expanding and growing. But the front line's looking better. But we need to test it tonight, as always. So we need some volunteers. Okay, this still paths to that phantomized dart tower. But... might have to go to the phantomized dart tower. It's pathing to, because I want to path any further in. I'm running out of options for these things. Like if the phantomized dart tower dies, where will they go next? I don't know. I do not in fact know. Obviously all the regular zombies and things go through the pathway. But everything else does not. I'm hoping for more conclusive evidence tonight. Because otherwise this is absolutely buggered. And if it's buggered, we might be doomed because we are 20 days in. Well, that's not going to help. It's raining. Okay, testing may have to pause briefly while it rains. Because quite frankly, that's going to cause a few issues. But you know, we'll figure it out eventually, I guess. At least construction everywhere else is going nicely. We have a load of animals. We had like a load of animals. They started eating them. They named them and they ate them. Horrible people, my believers are. Look, see that? They're literally slaughtering Millie as we speak. Millie was the first one we named. They're slaughtering Millie. What a load of buggers. Oh, and they're slaughtering another one there too. What a load of actual buggers. Ugh. Okay, this fire elemental over here is pathing over here. We're literally just going to have to build a water defensive area around the entirety of my base, by the looks of it. Was pathing literally just here. Where else are they bloody pathing? Any over here anymore? No? Alright, we'll work on that. We need a much bigger moat across the entire front of my base. But to do that, we're going to need... to actually put the lights back on again. Because we literally can't see that area to build it. So the lights are going to go back on. Coolio. Coolio, coolio, coolio.